A daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markle. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markle.
Here we go again. Welcome to Morning Mindset. And I am very pleased to be able to do this, to be able to provide this service to you. And if you're enjoying this service, well, could you do me a favor and share it with at least one other person? If you haven't yet, if you have shared this with someone else who you think would benefit from it, well, fantastic. Today we're going to talk about motivation. Motivational speakers and professional motivation and career motivation. And how many times have you heard someone use the term motivation? And it's kind of a buzzword and has been in the business professional world for a long time. You know, back in my military days, they were always talking about, false motivation is better than no motivation at all, and so on and so forth. They're always trying to get you motivated. But what does it mean? And are people naturally more motivated than other people? Motivated. If you say it enough, it loses all meaning. But how do we find it and how do we keep it? Now, everybody has ups and downs. Everybody has good days and bad days. And sometimes you just don't wanna. You just don't want to go to work. You just don't want to get started on that project. You just don't want to mow the lawn. You just don't want to. And that's natural. It is. But as mature, responsible human beings and adults, we understand that sometimes if we don't get the job done, it's not going to get done. Now, motivation can come from different areas. I like music. I have liked music. I have enjoyed music my entire life. And you're like, well, everybody likes music. You turn on the radio and it distracts you. No, when I say I like music, I've been, involved in the study of music. And music motivates me. Now, music doesn't necessarily motivate everybody. Some people could be motivated by something as simple as going outdoors, going for a walk, take your dog for a walk, what have you. But when it comes to projects, when it comes to getting started and doing something that you don't necessarily want to do. For instance, maybe it is that you're recording a daily podcast show and you'd rather be doing something else. No, seriously. Though, it's easier to get motivated if you get started. I'll give you a good example, and this is a classic example. Fitness, exercise, training, some type of physical activity, whether you're going to lift up weights or whether you're going to jump around in a Zumba class or whether you're going to get on a treadmill or an exercise bike or whatever it is you're going to do. Before you start doing that, you look at that activity and you might be thinking, I am not at all motivated today. I know that the schedule that I made for myself weeks ago says that I'm supposed to go into the gym, the fitness center, the wherever, and I'm supposed to do that. But I just don't want to. And it's natural. People have that. And getting started is the best way to get motivated. If you are in a situation where, let's say, the typical fitness workout center gym thing, if you're in that and you really don't feel like doing it, and you're telling yourself, you start making bargains with yourself. How many times have you done that? How many times have you bargained with yourself? You say to yourself, all right, if you skip today, I promise that I'll make it up later in the week. Or I can skip today, then I'll go 2 days in a row. Rather than bargain with yourself, what you should do is number one, in the fitness thing, change your clothes. Put your workout clothes on. Once you get your workout clothes on, it's kind of hard to, you would feel like an imbecile if you put your workout clothes on, didn't work out, and then went and changed again, wouldn't you? Or get in your car and drive to the gym. Drive to the fitness center. Put your workout clothes on, even if you don't feel like it. Get started. Do the first set. Make yourself do the first set. Make yourself do the first 5 minutes on the treadmill. And if you're on the treadmill right now listening to me, good job. Give me 10 more minutes. But seriously, get started. Once you get started, I've been engaging in strength training for a little over a year now under the tutelage of a professional strength training coach. And there are days that I don't want to do it. There are days that I get to that point and like, I know the calendar says, and I know that my coach expects me to do it, but I just don't want to. And what do? Well, I know that I'm expected to, and I know that if I don't, my coach is going to say, hey, what's up? Where's your workout? So I just get started. And 99 times out of 100, what I've found is that if I will get started and get into the activity, I will find the motivation to continue because, hey, I've already gotten started, I might as well finish. And how does motivation work with discipline, or how does discipline work with motivation? You'll probably find in your either personal or professional lives that people who lack self-discipline probably also lack motivation. Motivation is not some magical word. Motivation is not something that you buy from a seminar or you find in a jar or you take as a pill. Motivation is there because you have discipline. And discipline helps you to get started. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So today I'm going to ask you, find your motivation. And you can find it in many different ways. But if you have discipline, if you can discipline yourself to begin the project, to start the workout, to get to where you need to be, then I bet you're going to find the motivation to carry on and continue it. All right. I have a book right now. It's on Amazon. It's been on Amazon for a while. It's called Team Honey Badger, Raising Fearless Kids in a Cowardly World. And as you look at the news, as you look out across our nation, I think that you will agree with me that we have a problem in our nation. We have a nation of cowards. We have a nation that wants our children to be raised as cowards. They want them to be raised in a subservient manner. Do you want to raise your kids to be fearless? Because you're not always going to be with them. You understand that, right? I know that you're the guardian and the protector of your children, but you can't always be there. And they're not going to automatically learn how to be strong and self-sufficient and fearless on their 18th birthday. You have to teach them. You have to help them. You have to help them develop through their entire growth process. I've raised 3 wonderful, successful adult children, and I highly recommend, well, obviously I wrote it, but I did it for a purpose. Team Honey Badger, Raising Fearless Kids in a Cowardly World. It's available as a paperback on Amazon or as a Kindle version. So if you have kids, if you know someone who has kids, if you're planning on having kids, I highly recommend the Team Honey Badger book. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markle, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.